Vikings, let's win the game.
Listen up, Vikings fans. Get ready for a jam-packed episode with the latest news you need to know. Find out all about a genius move that's got the NFL calling the Vikings masterminds. Then, we dive into the crazy pressure on a special teams player to prove he's the real deal and lock down his spot. Plus, why the Vikings are about to cut 2 more players, exposing the scars of a cursed draft before it's too late. And everything about a new controversy involving Randy Moss. Let's dive into the news. Welcome. Show your Viking support by reaching 100 thumbs up on today's video. Picture this. The entire NFL staring at Minnesota thinking, man, these guys are straight-up geniuses. Want to know why? The Vikings pulled off a move in the market that's got everyone's jaws on the floor. But before I spill the beans, think about this. The 2024 season was solid, but that playoff collapse stung hard, didn't it? With J.J. McCarthy stepping up as QB1 in 2025 after missing a whole year with an injury, the heat is on. And right in the middle of this storm, a signing went down that could change everything. Want to know who? Hold tight. It's the new running back, straight out of San Francisco. When the trade for this guy happened in the offseason, nobody batted an eye. Another RB, cool. But listen up, buddy. Ryan Heckman from the Vikings age said this could be the steal of the year, and he means in a good way. This ex-49er is a beast. Even with an injury that sidelined him for most of 2024, his stats were nuts. An average of 5.2 yards per carry, 23 runs of 10 yards or more, and 2.3 yards after contact. That's not just anything, that's pure power. Now picture him tearing it up with Kevin O'Connell flipping open the playbook. It could be the missing piece to make this offense explode. Here's the catch, though. He's splitting reps with Aaron Jones on the depth chart. Will he take over as RB1, or will O'Connell mix them up to mess with defenses? The fan base is split. On X, I saw some folks saying, this guy's the future, while others are like, Jones is still the man. What I know is, if he brings to Minnesota what he showed in San Francisco, we might have a superstar in the making. And trust me, the NFL's watching. Heckman called him one of the most explosive running backs in the game. That ain't just talk, that's real. Now, think strategy. With McCarthy throwing and this guy running, the offense could be a massive headache for opposing defenses. All it takes is the offensive line holding up. This guy on the field is a brilliant bet. And while you're hyped for this killer offense, there's another story that'll make your hair stand on end. Ever thought about the weight a kicker carries on his shoulders? It's kick after kick, and everyone could decide the game. Now, imagine that pressure hitting a guy who's only in his second year in the NFL. Yep, I'm talking about the Vikings kicker, who's facing a challenge only someone who's kicked in a packed stadium can get. While J.J. McCarthy and Dallas Turner steal the spotlight, this guy's out there, low-key, but with monster pressure for 2025. Drafted in the 6th round in 2024, this kicker started like a rocket. Kicks from any distance? No sweat. The dude looked unstoppable, with a leg that sent the ball 58 yards like it was a walk in the park. But then came the gut punch, an injury that landed him on IR, and when he came back, his consistency took a hit. In 13 games, he nailed 24 out of 30 field goals, 80%, not bad, but 3 misses came from 50-plus yards. On extra points, though, he was perfect, 38 for 38. That's confidence, but in 2025, the fans want more. Some are worried, saying, if he can't hit the long ones, we're screwed in tight games. So why is this a big deal? Because in the NFC North, where games often come down to the wire, one bad kick can tank the season. At just 24 years old, this kicker's got the potential to be our guy for a decade. But the pressure of being K1 in Minnesota is brutal. A game against the Packers, with the score tight, and that 50-yard kick could decide it all. His story's being written right now, and every kick's a chapter. O'Connell's watching, and so are the fans. And while this guy fights to prove his worth, the next story's gonna make your purple blood boil. Ever felt that sting in your chest when a plan goes south? Well, Vikings fans are feeling it now with a prediction that's got everyone talking. Remember the 2022 draft by GM Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah? It was a straight-up disaster. And now analyst Judd Zulgad on the Purple Daily podcast dropped a bomb. He's sure that 2 picks from that year, A running back and a linebacker are getting cut before the 2025 season. Yep, cut. It's the kind of news that makes you scratch your head and go, "What's going on, Minnesota?" Let's break it down. The 2022 draft had 10 picks, and only Jalen Naylor, a 6th-round receiver, is still hanging on. The running back, a 5th-rounder, showed some promise as an RB3 and kick returner. But the arrival of our new guy in Cam Akers has him on thin ice. Zulgad thinks Aaron Jones, the new running back, and CJ Ham are locks, and this guy might not make the final cut. On X, fans are split. Some are like, give him a shot, while others say, if he's not a starter, clear the space. It's a tough call, but it makes sense in the numbers game. Now, the linebacker's case is even heavier. Picked in the 3rd round, he's only played 191 defensive snaps in 3 years. He's solid on special teams, but come on, you don't draft a guy in the top 100 for that. Zulgad bets that Eric Wilson and rookie Kobe King will take his spot. Was this a miss by Adolfo Mensa? What do you think? If these cuts happen, it's more proof that 2022 was a nightmare. Or can these guys prove their worth in training camp? Now hold up, because there's a controversy coming that'll hit your Vikings pride hard. Ever looked at a number on a player's jersey and felt a chill of nostalgia? For the Vikings, the number 84 isn't just a jersey. It's a symbol. Randy Moss, the guy who changed the franchise's history, rocked that number and made defenses quake. But get this, since he left, other players like Josh Oliver are wearing 84 like it's no big deal. It's sparking a heated debate. Why haven't the Vikings retired or at least honored Moss's number? It's a question that tugs at every purple-hearted fan. Moss burst onto the scene in 1998 like a grenade. With 69 catches, 1,313 yards, and 17 touchdowns in his rookie year, he turned the Vikings offense into a historic juggernaut. Guess what the Packers did in 1999? They drafted 4 defensive backs just to try and stop him. He didn't just change the game, he saved the franchise. Before Moss, the Vikings were fading into obscurity, with blacked-out games and an owner scheming to move the team to San Antonio. Moss brought the fire back, and a ton of fans from this generation fell in love with the team because of him. It's not an easy fix, though. The NFL now has 90-man rosters in training camp, so retiring numbers is getting rare. But check this. Teams like the Cowboys turned their 88 into an honor, passed down from legend to legend. Why not make 84 a tribute to Moss? Another idea from SY's Connor Orr is to slap a patch on the 84 jersey to honor him. It'd keep the number in play, but with respect. Fans are demanding it, and they've got a point. The Ring of Honor is cool, but seeing 84 on the field without it being for Moss, how's that feel? Will the Vikings step up? It's unlikely they'll make any of these changes soon, but teams will eventually run out of numbers. While the Vikings could retire 84, will they do the same when Justin Jefferson hangs up his cleats? No matter what they do, it's got to start with Moss to show how much he meant to the franchise. Which story grabbed you the most, and what other moves does the team need to make? Your passion, energy, and loyalty are the heartbeat of Vikings Nation. So let's keep that energy going. Share this video, drop a comment, and hit that subscribe button for all the latest Vikings updates. Stay tuned. SKOL Vikings. Let's go.